The Moplah Rebellion erupted in 1921, a violent clash of peasants, landlords, and colonial forces in Malabar. In 1921, a wave of rebellion shook Kerala, India. Known as the Moplah Rebellion, this uprising saw peasants, British authorities, and landlords clash in a violent, complex struggle. It wasn't just a fight, it was a storm of religion, politics, and resistance that still echoes in history today. The roots of the Moplah Rebellion trace back to centuries of land tensions. The Moplah Muslims were tenants on land owned by Hindu landlords who collected high rents. British colonial policies often sided with landlords, fueling resentment. Economic hardships, combined with religious identity, created a volatile mix. When the Khilafat movement, an effort to protect the Ottoman Caliph, spread to India, it provided a political spark. Moplah leaders encouraged peasants to resist not only colonial rule but also exploitative landlords. The situation escalated rapidly, turning what began as protests into organized armed rebellion, marking one of India's most dramatic anti-colonial uprisings. In August 1921, the rebellion erupted violently in Malabar. Peasants seized arms and ammunition, attacking symbols of oppression. Entire villages were drawn into the conflict. The British authorities, alarmed by the uprising, mobilized troops to suppress it. Moplah rebels employed guerrilla tactics, using local knowledge of dense forests and hilly terrain. Initially, the rebellion targeted government installations and landlords, but chaos soon spread. Religious fervor and political anger intertwined, leading to intense clashes. British reports highlighted the scale and intensity, noting the rebellion was difficult to contain due to the strong local support for the Moplah cause. The rebellion was not only a political struggle, but also a social upheaval. Moplah rebels often clashed with Hindu landlords, leading to communal violence. Villages were attacked, homes looted, and many civilians were caught in the crossfire. British forces, determined to crush the uprising, conducted harsh reprisals, including executions and mass arrests. The rebellion exposed the deep economic and social inequalities in Malabar. While the violence shocked the world, historians emphasize that underlying grievances were real: poverty, exploitation, and colonial interference. The Moplah Rebellion remains a stark reminder of how land disputes, religious identity, and colonial politics can ignite widespread conflict. Leadership emerged among the rebels, notably figures like Varian Kunath Kunja Hamid Haji, who became a symbol of resistance. Haji was admired for organizing peasants and maintaining some order amid chaos. He sought to protect Moplah communities while targeting British authority. Despite his leadership, the rebellion was fragmented, with different groups acting independently. Haji's strategy involved fortifying villages, creating local councils, and attempting to negotiate with opposing forces. However, British military superiority eventually forced rebels into retreat. Haji himself was captured and executed in 1922, ending the organized resistance. His legacy remains complex, celebrated by some as a freedom fighter, while criticized by others for the violence during the uprising. The rebellion's scale shocked British India. Around 10,000 people were killed, including rebels, civilians, and landlords. Many Moplah villages were destroyed, displacing thousands. The British administration documented the events meticulously, highlighting both the strategic resistance of the rebels and the brutality of suppressing it. Newspapers across India debated the causes, with some framing it as anti-colonial struggle and others focusing on communal violence. The Malabar region, historically known for trade and cultural diversity, experienced trauma that lasted generations. For historians, the Moplah Rebellion provides a vivid example of how colonial policies, economic pressure, and religious identity can ignite rebellion, leaving lasting societal scars. The Moplah Rebellion also had international attention. Reports reached newspapers in London and beyond, raising debates about British colonial governance. Critics questioned the treatment of rebels and civilians, highlighting the harsh reprisals. The rebellion became part of the larger Khilafat movement narrative, showing how global Islamic concerns intertwined with local resistance. Some Indian nationalists sympathized with Moplah grievances, though condemning violence against civilians. Today, the rebellion is studied not only for its immediate political and military consequences, but also for its role in shaping communal relations in Kerala and the broader discussion of colonial injustice and resistance strategies across India. Economics was a key driver. Many Moplah peasants faced heavy taxes and harsh conditions under feudal landlords. British land policies often sided with landlords, exacerbating resentment. The rebellion reflected decades of agrarian tension. When rebellion erupted, it became a violent expression of these frustrations. Rebels destroyed records, attacked estates, and tried to redistribute resources. For locals, it was more than politics, it was survival and dignity. Scholars note that while violence marred the rebellion, the underlying economic oppression and injustice cannot be ignored. Understanding this context is crucial to fully grasp the motivations behind the Moplah Rebellion and why it escalated so dramatically in 1921. Religious identity played a complex role. The Moplah Muslims were not just protesting British rule, they were asserting their cultural and religious identity. Tensions sometimes escalated into conflicts with Hindu landlords, adding a communal dimension. However, scholars emphasize that the rebellion cannot be simplified as purely religious. It intertwined politics, economics, and colonial oppression. The British often highlighted communal aspects to justify harsh repression. Today, understanding this nuance helps prevent oversimplified narratives. The rebellion demonstrates how intersecting identities and grievances, religious, economic, and political, can create volatile historical moments, making it a key case study in understanding resistance movements under colonial rule. Communication and leadership were critical. Moplah rebels used local knowledge of Kerala's hilly terrain and dense forests to evade British forces. Villages often served as temporary forts, with rebels moving quickly between them. Leaders like Haji coordinated supply lines and mobilized peasants with strategic intelligence. Despite limited resources, rebels managed to sustain prolonged resistance. The British, in turn, adapted by deploying trained regiments, using intelligence networks, and enforcing martial law. This tactical dance highlighted both the ingenuity of local resistance and the superior organization of colonial forces, resulting in a conflict that was as much about strategy and survival as it was about rebellion and ideology. The aftermath left deep scars. Entire communities were uprooted, with survivors displaced and villages burned. Social hierarchies shifted, and trust between peasants and landlords eroded permanently. British authorities conducted trials, executing leaders and imprisoning participants. The rebellion also influenced future anti-colonial movements, showing the power of grassroots organization. Despite its suppression, the Moplah Rebellion remains an emblem of resistance, illustrating the complex interplay between colonial power, local grievances, and leadership. The events also sparked debate among Indian nationalists about strategy and ethics, particularly regarding civilian safety. It's a story of courage, chaos, and the human cost of fighting for dignity under oppressive systems. The British crackdown intensified in late 1921. Troops moved systematically through Malabar, burning rebel-held villages and capturing leaders. Civilians were often caught in the middle, leading to widespread fear. Despite this, some Moplah groups continued guerrilla attacks, using rivers, forests, and hills to evade capture. The rebellion became a game of cat and mouse, with rebels sometimes slipping past much larger forces. This resilience frustrated British officials and highlighted the dedication of the Moplah communities to resist oppression, even under extreme danger. By early 1922, the rebellion's momentum began to falter. Leadership losses, harsh reprisals, and lack of resources weakened the Moplah resistance. Haji's capture was a pivotal moment. Yet, the rebellion had already shown the power of organized peasant uprisings. Many historians note that it left an enduring mark on Kerala's society, reshaping landlord-peasant relations and raising awareness about colonial exploitation. The Moplah Rebellion also influenced subsequent Indian independence movements, serving as a cautionary tale about both the costs and potential of grassroots mobilization against oppressive powers. The rebellion's social impact was profound. Entire communities experienced displacement, and distrust lingered between religious groups. While some Moplah rebels were seen as heroes, others were condemned for violence against civilians. British authorities used this narrative to justify martial law, but scholars today stress the complex causes: land inequality, religious tension, and colonial oppression. This duality makes the Moplah Rebellion a case study in resistance movements, showing how righteous grievances can spiral into violence when leadership, resources, and societal pressures collide in a colonial setting. Despite its suppression, the rebellion inspired future generations. Stories of Haji's leadership and peasant courage circulated in Kerala, fueling debates on justice, resistance, and colonial rule. Scholars today study the Moplah Rebellion to understand how grassroots movements operate under oppression and the human costs involved. The conflict also serves as a warning about oversimplifying complex histories. It was neither purely anti-colonial nor entirely communal. Instead, it was a mixture of social, economic, and religious tensions, all colliding violently under the pressures of British colonial policy, leaving an indelible mark on both local memory and broader Indian history. The Moplah Rebellion ended with British victory, yet its story survives as a lesson in resistance, leadership, and societal tension. It shows how ordinary people can rise against oppression, but also how violence and complexity shape history. Today, visiting Malabar villages or reading historical records reminds us of the courage, mistakes, and consequences of rebellion. History doesn't always provide simple answers, but it reveals human determination and conflict in vivid detail. If you want to explore more stories where small uprisings change the course of history, dive into the next chapter of Forgotten Battles and Strange Wars.